All righty, Miss Nakia. So, what inspired your fashion today?
Comfort. Today was all about comfort. I wasn't feeling too good yesterday, so I wanted to be comfortable but colorful.
Right, that's cute.
Thanks,
You
Wizz.
always could rock your whimsical energy going
Trying to
on.
bring my colors out. I feel cute still. What
Yes,
inspired
very.
you today? You look cute as always.
Thank you,
I know
thank
we
you.
do.
Well, this is actually my go-to style. I think I consider myself a casual girl next door, around the way
Mm-hmm.
type of girl. Same with you, comfort.
Comfort.
But it was two things today. I'm so used to going to my black bottom, my black
Mm-hmm.
pair of pants, jeans, whatever, long as it's black. So I was intentional to do something. I wanted to do brown and kind of build from that little flair with the different accessories. So
Okay.
that's where my inspiration came from. And yeah, like you said, casual and comfort.
Right.
So yeah, so we don't. You can still be casual and be comfortable and still feel cute as well,
Right. I agree.
as we know,
You did that.
as well as you. All right, the topic of this episode is me time.
Yay.
Right. How do you define
It's
it?
my favorite.
How do you take it? How do you have it? What does that look like for you? But start off with, how do you define me time?
Uh, I define me time as healthy solitude.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be alone to gather my thoughts, get whatever emotions I do have in check
Right,
before I
right.
go deal with whoever, whenever. Um, Me time is my favorite because I enjoy my own company.
I know.
You know
You
what I'm
always
saying? It's
have.
it's my it's my
Even
thing.
when we
It's
were
my go-to.
younger.
That's my jam. Solo dolo. Don't
Right.
get me wrong. I love engaging with people, but when you can find time to just sit and be by yourself and hear your own thoughts
Mm-hmm.
and ask yourself your own questions and have a good conversation with yourself does not make you crazy. It's actually healthy
I agree.
because you're almost manifesting to yourself and affirming, what you want without
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's opinion or energy or whatever. It's just you alone. I think it's important. You have to start there first. And once you get yourself together, you're able to share that with whoever. But me time is most definitely the most important to me. Like,
Is it a place that you go, or is it music? Is it something that you music or TV? What when you're in that space? How does the setting look?
I don't need a setting.
Okay.
I don't need a setting. I can sit in the car alone
Mm.
and find a little me time, especially if I'm in a group of people and we hanging out. I get overstimulated because I
Oh
am so
yeah.
much on my me time.
Same here.
And it's like I have to gather to where I'm like, okay, don't go off by yourself right now because you're supposed to be social and engaging. So if I can find a little couple minutes me time in the car, the bathroom,
Yeah. It
I
makes a
like to
difference.
take a walk to the corner and back
It makes a
just
difference.
to,
Refresh.
yeah,
Yep. It
you
makes a
have to
difference.
recharge. And
Yeah.
that's what I do. I find me time in any place, any space. So I'm happy I can do that too, because that could be hard. What's wrong? Where are you going? Oh, I'm just going to the bathroom. And
Right.
I'll find that time I need in there, or I'm gonna just go for a walk, or I like to dip off to where
Oh,
people be
you've
looking like,
always
where you go?
had.
And when
You've
I'm
always
when you looking for me, just know that that's just my me time,
right.
me gathering
Right.
myself so that I can be for everybody else in that moment.
After you get
But after
recharged.
I go and be for myself
I
first.
totally understand.
So yeah, how does it look to you?
Now I would say God did something. He kind of did something to my thinking 5 years ago, like switched my thinking up. So before 5 years, me time, it looked a whole different. I defined it different. If I look back at it now, I never really got me time.
Oh.
Yeah, I was playing so many roles. I was a wife, I was a mother, I was a employee, I had my own side business. I had so many roles going on. So even when I was alone, I'm still thinking about who I got to take care of my kids. I got to take care of my grand. It was just always somebody else included. And I kind of thought just because I was alone, I was getting my me time. And back then I used to love watch. My go-to was to watch a movie. So that's what I thought was me time, just being alone. But my mental, my spirit wasn't on me. It was on somebody
Directed
else.
on other
Yes.
people.
Yeah. So now, when he transitioned me, like around 5 years ago, he actually, the Holy Spirit was kind of like, you need to have your body and mind at rest. You don't know what that is. And then moving here almost 3 years ago, whoa, it was almost it was kind of a shock. It shocked my psyche, like whoa, because I was always on the move. And then, you know, that's part of my nature anyway. Talk fast, move fast. I got tasks, I got to do this, you know, so that's a part of who I am. But God slowed me down and really redefined what me time is. So I would say it ain't even so much of a time thing. I know we use that title. It's more of a mental space for me. You know, it's more of a mental space. And like you, I can kind of do that anywhere. Like I'll find somewhere at a park or even in my room, and I'll be like, okay, God, it's me, your time. And or I turn my healing music on and just put my body and mind at rest. And try to center on one thought and kind of like, okay, let me, decompress or declutter, mentally declutter. So now I know how to do it. It's a part of this healthy journey that I'm on. I do it regularly. The minute my spirit will tell me if I am such an empath. I'm a deep empath. I feel everything. That's why I have to protect myself. You know, it's part of my spiritual gift, but the wisdom in it is kind of like, oh, I know when to open the door or shut the door, like passionate, caring person when it comes to being with people and being social. But my go-to is like, I need my alone time.
You have to.
I have to.
And some people be offended with, I think the people who are offended with people who have alone time haven't found their alone time.
Or found pleasure in it.
Okay.
Or haven't found
better worded.
Yeah.
They haven't found the
benefits from it, the recharging, the regrouping, the reflecting. And because as you said, some people don't want to be alone with their thoughts. It's a scary thing to them. So movement and keeping, they find value in being busy. I used to be that way. The busier I was, the more value I found in that. My plate is this, I can't do this, I gotta do that. Coming here, oh my God, he just shift my direction in my journey.
I've always needed me time.
I remember.
I was a little girl,
yeah, you did.
I would go off. I could be playing with a group of girls, and everybody would be like, "Where Kea?" I have to go off because it'll be too much.
Yeah, it's overstimulating.
So I'm like, okay, that's enough.
And see, I almost that overstimulation, I was ambition. That almost was a drive for me. You know, but now again, where I'm at in life, and now yes, it's definitely different. So, what would be your takeaway from this?
My takeaway is, I think everybody needs to find a me time, whether it's in a space by yourself or making a space for yourself. Do something just for you. Start with you first. You can't help people until you can help yourself. You can't really advise someone on anything until you actually go through it yourself. So it starts with you.
I agree.
And that's what I take from it. It starts with you.
My takeaway is first define it. Define what that means to you. Anytime, again, people don't want to be at rest. They don't want
it. That's important.
Define it. A lot of people like movement, and they may want to take themselves to a movie or out to dinner, and that's fine, as long as you're balanced. You know, I feel you gotta have enough.
A hermit, getting me time. It's just you.
Right. You gotta have enough movement as well as enough sitting still.
Right.
So once you define it, and again, if it's sitting still, sit into it, embrace it. It could be 5 minutes, it could be an hour, you know, but that's you regrouping, coming back to your center, coming back to what's pleasurable and what's value to you. And then the main thing, don't feel guilty about when you're taking it. See, again, if you would have told me this 5-something years ago as a mother, I'm like, okay, you know, I got to do this for my kids. No, don't feel this is my time. I can say that now to people. This is my time. Let me call you back, or let me
get back with you.
girl, quick, fast, in a hurry. Hey, people call me now. I'm spending my time with God, so let me get back. Or I'm watching a movie. I'll get back with you, and I will. So now make your me time just as important as you giving yourself to everybody else. So that would definitely be my takeaway.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so the intriguing question for this segment is, what does joy look like to you versus 5 years ago? Now, I feel compelled to answer this question today.
Yes,
joy to me 5 years ago was whatever made me happy in that moment in what I was doing. I wasn't healthy mentally. I wasn't healthy spiritually. I wasn't healthy financially. So you can imagine what I was putting in my body. So today, in this moment, the joy that I feel is the pleasure of the control of the amount that I put inside me. You know, because I didn't have control before. And it was because I was out of control everywhere else. So the discipline, the joy of the discipline that I have now is so much greater than it was 5 years ago. And I thank God for it, because it takes something big to happen for you. And 5-pound bag potatoes is big and heavy. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. You know, it shouldn't be pleasurable filling yourself up in a way unhealthy. And I'm getting the joy in, you know, not being so much needy of the unhealthy in any way. So
I hear that, and there you have it. We're going to follow that. So please continue to email us your responses and your answers. And thank you for joining us. And don't forget to live inspired.
Live inspired.